Yo, what's going on, guys? Back here with another video, and in today's video, I'm gonna be discussing another topic again. So you can see we're outside this time. This is good timing, I woke up today, this Sunday. I feel great. I really got to eat more food yesterday. I didn't eat a lot, but definitely feeling refreshed. Made some sweet potato soup, and I had like a little bit of broth in the morning. Well, like a tiny bit of salmon, 2 eggs. So, you know, eating a little bit slower. But now today, trying to eat a little bit more, and then trying to work out more today too. So this is a good day overall. On this beautiful day, praise Yahweh. So yeah, once I get my phone fixed, which I feel like is very soon, I'm trying to really start, filming more videos outside. I got a lot more ideas, Like I said, all those videos I've been putting off for a while. Like I said, maybe going into Walmart, trying to speak, just trying to speak to certain people. Maybe bring up a couple of scriptures. Like I said, a couple months ago, I want to show you guys. I want to make a video showing you how to hear Yahweh's voice, and then also as well, like feeding the poor too. So, like I said, I got a lot of ideas, but damn, bro, these demons trying to slow me, and they're trying to delay me. But it is what it is, bro. I cannot control certain things, so I leave it up to Yahweh. He's in control, not me. But yeah, bro, it's just a better day. Hold on, bro. I'm gonna sit in the car real quick. Alright, guys. Let's chill in here real quick. You guys can see me. There we go. Yeah, man. It's a better day. And I can actually speak clearly now that I got some water in me, some more food. My mouth is dry as hell the past couple of days, I'm not gonna lie. But now, feels good now. I got some chocolate milk too, bro. I'm gonna drink some right now. Cheers. Yeah. Damn, bro. This is fire. Like last week, I was gonna have this with the donuts, but I just wanted to have those donuts, and then just start the fast. So, like I said, I didn't plan on fasting last time, but I've been putting it off, and I'm like, you know what? It's time for me to do it. So, yeah. Still got the milk though, so it's all good. And yeah, just feeling better now. Got more water in me. Feels good. I could speak more clearly now. I just feel more calm now after starting to do more push-ups. Did a little bit more push-ups this morning, just slowly working out again after basically taking like 3 days off. My leg feels a little bit better. I need to hit my legs more, man. Cause it's not that bad, bro. But I feel like I did lose a little bit of weight, so I definitely lost some muscle out of my legs. But overall, I feel like even though I may have lost some weight, mainly fat, I feel like I'm in better shape. I'm just not I'm just not as bulky. I'm not as heavy anymore. But I'm more muscular overall. So I'm gonna come back. I'm praying for that. Yahweh, He will allow me to come back bigger and stronger than before. And like I said, I already feel sharper. So you gotta work on your mental too, spiritual. So yeah. So now it just feels good, and just slowly getting back to it. Just especially after how hungry I was yesterday, it feels better. I got some food in me, so Second day, I feel great. And you know, yeah, I want to talk about just life right now. I'm not gonna really, not I'm really gonna pull out the Bible, man. But I got a couple things I want to say. You know, just to encourage anybody maybe going through a hard time right now. Like, you know, you gotta realize anything is possible, and that no matter what happens, you know, trust Yahweh, because there've been so many times where I thought I was gonna fold, so many times I thought I was gonna give up, so many times where I thought I was done, bro. I was giving up, man. I'm like, bro, what am I gonna do now? What am I gonna do? I got my hands up to my face, to my head, like, bro, help me here, help me out, you know? And like I said, he's gonna open up doors for you, bro. You just gotta be obedient. So, like I said again, you know, only a few of you real ones actually leave comments. The other ones just stalk my videos and all this. I'm tired of it, bro. But it is what it is. But like I said, ask me anything. Talk to me about anything. I would do a live. Like I said, I don't have enough subs yet, so help me get the 50 subs at least so I can start doing lives. But yeah, no, like, just drop a comment, ask me anything, and just, you know, don't be afraid to show yourself. But unfortunately, a lot of you clowns are afraid to show yourself. So, like I said, we all got a choice, bro. But I'm not like that, bro. I got nothing to hide like you guys, bro. Like I said, I'm not talking about my real fans. I'm talking about the ones that subbed but just don't really seem like they're supporting. But yeah, no, I really want to just tell you guys a little story one time about, yeah, this is probably back when I was like 14, you know. This was like see, this is when I really had Yahweh's protection on me, and I didn't even realize. And that's why I go back now and I think about so many times he's protected me, he's had his hand on me, and I didn't even realize it until now today I look back at it and I realize, oh, I really was protected the whole time. So I remember when I was 14, actually no, I was 15 actually, excuse me, but I remember I just turned 15, I was 14 around that time. And then so I was hanging out with a bunch of snakes, you know, we were like, I had these, you know, I was way too young to be smoking these, bro. But when I was young, I had I had smoked these fake carts that I was trying to sell. You know, they were not real. They were like black market brand. And then I was trying to sell just to make a little bit of money so I could feed my own addiction. And then yeah, I mean, you still got high off it, but it was not like clean. It was not clean wax. This was a cart. So yeah, we were smoking behind Vaughn's. Like, you know, there was a Vaughn's near my school. It's not there anymore. I mean, it's an Aldi now, but I'm talking about, this is back in like 2019, probably like October, if I remember, yeah, if I remember correctly, bro. This was all bad, bro. My mom, she was out of town for 2 weeks, so my aunt, my uncle, they were staying in the house with me, bro. But I was smoking like crazy. They're probably not stupid. They knew, but they had no idea, bro. I was doing all this shit. Excuse me for cussing, bro, but yeah, nah, bro. Not proud of it, bro. But like, yeah, so like, last thing I remember, so yeah, we were behind the Vons, you know, like they were drinking. I didn't really drink that much then, bro. I wasn't smoking, but they had like these big Modelos. One of them stole it too. It was stupid, man, but. So we were just chilling behind Vons, and then they were trying to test me, bro. They were being stupid. They're trying to like do body shots, you know. They're like, oh, like stand up, right? And there's like two of them trying to just punch my chest out of nowhere, and I'm like, yo, what the hell, bro? Killing my high. I was like, bro, what are you doing, bro? Tripping, bro. And then there was a security guard from far away. I don't know if he was walking over. There were like people that heard us. And I was just all mad. I was like, bro, leave me alone, bro. I'm not trying to fight. I'm trying to just chill and smoke.
And then there was probably like some Karen or something that had snitched, because I remember we were behind the Vons and they were stressing me out over there. Like I didn't really drink, but I'm like, okay, I'll take a sip of the beer, and they're like, yeah. And we didn't even finish it, bro. And we were being way too loud, bro. Way too loud. And I don't know if it was because of me. I was mad at them. I was yelling like, don't do that again, bro. Don't do that again. And then people are like looking at us and stuff. And then this security guard comes out of nowhere. And he's like, hey, how you guys doing? How you guys doing? You know, we tried to do small talk. He wasn't stupid, bro, but we tried to hide the beer. Like, we're sitting on a curb and we tried to hide the beer behind our backpack. It's still out in the open. We were stupid, but in our head we're thinking, nah, bro, he didn't see it. Like I said, bro, just look back at the stupidest stuff I used to do back then. And we were thinking we were smart. Like, no, we're good, bro. He didn't see nothing. And then, I mean, I didn't think anything of it. I was just chilling. I was clueless. But I remember out of nowhere, I felt like, okay, maybe, I don't know if I was paranoid from the weed, or I knew there was something else. Maybe my spirit was trying to warn me, like, be careful, bro. Something feels off. And then, bro, we're sitting. I'm like turned this way. Like, there's a parking lot behind the Vons, and I'm telling one of them like a joke or something. I forgot. We were talking. I was looking the other way. Like, I was like smiling, just like I was clueless, talking to them. And then my mother friend, he's faced this way, and behind me is like, you could see pretty far away, because that's like that's like where you leave the parking lot. It's hard to explain, but you could see like a block or two down. So I'm like talking about something, we're laughing, and he's laughing too. He has the big beer in his hand, and he looks over and his face just drops. He's like, and I'm like, what? He's like, oh shit. Excuse me for cussing. But he's like, oh shit. And then he turns the other way, grabs his backpack, starts running away. Like, he took off quick. And I turn around, like I was like the second one to run, because I'm like, what happened, bro? I turn around, I just see like in the distance 2 or 3 cop cars just slowly driving down the street, and we're like, oh fuck, bro, we gotta leave. And like I said, I apologize for cussing, but nah, bro, that just took me back. That was crazy, and I was burned. I still had, my backpack was still halfway open and everything. It was halfway open and all this stuff, and I was like, damn, bro, like, I don't want to get caught, bro. So we just ran, bro. I remember there were helicopters. I never ran that fast in my life, bro. That had killed my high right away, bro. I was like, bro, good thing I used to play football and I used to run track, bro. I ran track that year too. I mean, it was a couple months later, but still, I was already fast. So thankfully, that actually he saved me, But that was not smart, bro. But meaning we had ran away and there were cops right behind us, but we had gotten, we had like gotten, how do you call it? Like, we had gotten the cars on the other side. We were like behind the building. You couldn't really see us. So as soon as we turned the corner, there was like this big truck, like the big compound truck. They're usually parked like right behind like these big stores, and it's parked like right next to the wall. So if you were gonna like go behind that truck, you're not able to see us, because it's at the walls right here. It's hard to explain, but it's like, imagine that the truck is right here, and we're like, you can't really see us, but we're like right behind the truck. So we just went around the truck. We just like ran right behind it, and we just like we kind of had to stand up on the ledge, so they didn't see our feet. They couldn't see our feet hanging, but we were standing right behind it. I decided to just do that. I'm like, I'm gonna run back here and hide. And then so I stood up, and everyone else just followed me. Like, okay, now let's just stay behind here. And then all of a sudden, bro, good thing that had to be him. That was a smart idea that I just came up with. I'm like, I was just, bro, my instincts just kicked in. I was like, bro, I gotta go, bro. my adrenaline kicked in. So I stood behind that, and then a couple seconds later, we just see all the cop cars, just driving up, flashing lights. They like went around in a circle, and then in their head, they're probably okay. We didn't hear them say that, but we see them just circle around, and then they left the parking lot. So they probably thought like, okay, maybe they went around, or okay, we lost them. So as soon as they left, we just come running out, bro. We like kept running, bro. We just ran around the other side. I'm telling you, that was perfect timing, bro. And then we had ran around the block, and we kind of went behind this. This is hard to explain, but we had went a couple blocks down. I had to go to a park because I was gonna get picked up by my aunt, so we had to go the other way around. And as soon as we had got to the park, one of my friends was like, "Oh, I still have your cart. Here you go. Here's your cart. Here's the battery." So he gave me back the cart because he was holding on to it because he had it, and I guess he had it in his hand before the cops came. And then as soon as I got to the park, my aunt, excuse me for stammering over my words. My aunt was waiting for me right there, and I got in the car, and I went home. But I was paranoid in the back seat. Like, she's like, "Oh, how was your day?" I'm like, "Good." Didn't even tell her. I just had to run away, acting like nothing happened. And I was sitting in the back seat, kind of like trying to duck, just in case. And I look on the main street as we're driving by, like we're on the other side of the street. I see these cop cars passing us on the other side, and I'm like, "Yo, they're probably looking for me, bro." Anyways, I apologize, man. I don't want to rant, but see, like an example like that, even though I was being very stupid, thankfully Yahweh had protected me, and I had got away just in time. I mean, his protection was on me just in time, because if I had got caught, I would probably be in the juvenile hall right now. Thankfully, I'm not. But I'm just saying, for example, man, I know that's just an example, but I have many, many, many times where I did not even realize that only reason I got out of that, the only reason I was okay, the only reason I survived that was because of Yahweh's covering. But if I had Yahweh's covering, like I said, I could have been dead, I could have been in jail so many times, bro. More times than I can count, bro. So after some of the stuff I've seen or experienced is like, nah, I have not, like, after those experiences, it changed me. I'm not the same person no more. But like I said, it's all in the past. I leave it behind me now. I just had to share that with you real quick, a little story time. And yeah, this is back when I was at my worst. Like I said, I'm not proud of it. When I was 15, I was really at my worst. I was smoking fake cards back then, heavy cards. I was trying to sell cards. And yeah, I was trying to just always trying to get a high, bro. It was all bad. So this was at 15, this is when I started smoking heavy, in my sophomore year of high school. Like I said, way too young to be doing this, bro, but even though I was so lost back then, Yahweh was with me the whole time, man. And I remember one time smoking in front of the Vons. I was around all my quote-unquote friends and snakes. We were all smoking, and this especially, bro, I don't know, like, she didn't really speak English, bro, but this, I don't know if she was like a nun or like a sister. I don't know if the church sent her or what, but there was some Mexican lady, and she had walked up, and she was all mad, especially at me. It's like, it's crazy. It's like the first person she walked up to was me. Like, I hit I don't know if you guys remember that. I hit a puff bar back then. I took a hit of a puff bar. Like I said, I'm turned against the wall. My other friend, he looked all worried, as I guess this lady, she was walking up behind me, and my other friend, he's like, "Yo, stop." And I'm like, "Bro, what are you talking about, stop, bro?" Like, I'm like, "Bro, why are you saying stop?" Like, he never said that. And then out of nowhere, like I mean, I didn't really know Spanish at that time. Like, I mean, I understand it, but I never really, I didn't really grow up speaking Spanish because my mom never taught me, but I know a good amount of it now. But back then, she walked up to me and she's like, "What are you doing?" Like, I mean, I don't know if she said that exactly, but she looked like all mad, like, you know what? I forgot exactly what she was saying, but me looking back, I think Yahweh was trying to use her to reach me. Basically, her saying like, "What are you doing? What are you doing hanging out with these kids? You know better." And then she turned all these other guys in the group. I forgot what she was saying, but she was handing out like these little pamphlets, and everyone's just laughing at her like, "What the hell is this, bro?" Like throwing it on the ground, being all disrespectful, bro. But she had walked away after that. I didn't think anything of it, but I look back at that memory now, and I'm like, damn, that was Yahweh trying to reach me, man. Back then, like I probably thought, yeah, no, like, who is this guy in the street? Who is this person trying to give me a little book or pamphlet? Who is this person trying to talk to me about God? Like I thought people like that were weird back then. But that was Yahweh trying to reach me. But of course, I had discernment because I know that's happened a couple of times now. You see like a Mormon person, you see someone else, a false prophet, trying to spread trying to spread their belief in the street, bro. You just gotta be careful with that, like I said. But many times I could go on and on, man. I may even need to add a Storytime series, but I got many stories to where, you know, like I said, I could possibly be dead or I could be in a worse situation, but Yahweh's hand was on me and I did not realize it. But like I said, in that situation, I did not even realize that Yahweh had sent one of his sisters to try to tell me something. But I didn't speak Spanish, so I didn't know what she was saying. Even back then, I didn't care. I just wanted her to leave so I could just start smoking again. Anyways, yeah, it's just crazy to think about so many times, man, where I did not even realize that was Yahweh's presence around me. Either someone had told me something, or someone had said something I didn't understand. I didn't know that was Yahweh trying to reach me in that moment. So it's crazy. Like I said, you got to pay attention with these two eyes, bro. And I think about that scripture right now on the top of my head. Proverbs chapter 1 verse 1. You know, it's the fear. You know, see, we should not fear Satan because he's more powerful than anyone, so we should fear him. We should only fear him. I ain't scared of him, bro. Because in Proverbs chapter 1, verse 1, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom and understanding. But I did not have any of those back then. But now I'm starting to receive the fruits of the Spirit. So yeah, I think that wraps up the video. I just wanted to make that message right now. I felt like putting that out there. So yeah, no, I'm feeling better today. You know, trying to make another workout video. Eventually, I'm trying to just get back. You know, I'm looking forward to this week. You know, and like I said, no, I talk about him a lot, man. But shout out on Angel Time too, man. I hope you're doing good, man. And we're gonna continue to grow closer with Yahweh. And I just, you know, I like to just be in fellowship because I feel like a lot of us lack that true fellowship. Because it's crazy, bro. You see more fellowship in these fake churches and these false doctrines that are at the Mormon churches, synagogues. So of course, yeah, there's gonna be more people living a lie instead of in the truth. To see someone living in the real truth, it's very rare. You don't see that everywhere. But anyways, you know, I don't want to make this too long, but hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will be back here with another one. May Yahweh bless everyone. Amen.